Good afternoon. Thank you for staying with us here at 4:30 as we continue our community conversations. I'm joined once again with Mark Kruea, City Spokesperson of Myrtle Beach. Thank you for staying with us.
Happy to do it, Audrey.
Of course, Mark. So let's first start with, there's a lot of projects going on in Myrtle Beach. Give me a lowdown of some of the top ones.
We're talking about the downtown area
Yes.
still, I think. The city in the last couple of years purchased some of the older buildings along 9th Avenue North. Some of those are vacant. Our technology advisory group, a new committee, has been looking at that. They'd like to create a workspace, a shared co-work space there, and maybe an event space. So two of those buildings are really vacant and ready for retrofitting, and I think that really is the first thing that you'll see, and hopefully in the next year I think you'll see that begin to happen. So kind of a funky place where local entrepreneurs, sort of one-man shops, maybe could rent a corner of the space and come in and share that space, and again do some events as well, a place where people could gather and congregate, providing that young-ish, urban-ish feel to the community, which would hopefully drive more people to the downtown area.
Sounds good to me. What about proposals that are on the table?
We're working again with an architect for the downtown area. Are you thinking of just the downtown area or larger than the downtown
Let's start with downtown.
Some of the timing is going to be driven by the relocation of 501, which is a Ride 3 project, and that's slated for early 2022, which is a long way off, but it really is right around the corner. So we're looking right now at ways to create that arts and innovation district. So how we could invest from the public side with perhaps a performing arts center. We have an arrangement with Coastal Carolina University at this point to bring people to the area, but also to create that core of activity that then would draw more of the private sector downtown. So again, we have an architectural firm that we're working with. They're looking for partners. We're looking to other communities to see how they've done that. I think you'll see activity on 9th Avenue North. We're going to prune some trees there to make it a little more visible. I think there's lots of good things coming in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years.
Great. And as far as the anticipated Children's Museum, is there an update that we can tell folks?
The Children's Museum is temporarily at the Market Common. That is part of the overall vision for that core downtown area. So a city hall facility, a performing arts center, a new library, a new children's museum, and then perhaps a new art museum as well. So we've been looking, the city owns the F.G. Burroughs S.B. Chapin Art Museum as well. It needs some work, so we've looked at moving that into the downtown area too as part of this foundation of activity for that district.
And this is all what we've talked about, overarching theme of the super block, but really you're calling it Arts Innovation District.
Arts and Innovation District. I don't know whether that's the settled name yet, but super block is probably 40 years out of date. So.
Well, great updates here, Mark. Anything else? Any other project you said out in the outskirts, maybe not in downtown, but in Myrtle Beach we can look forward to?
We're continuing to see a lot of residential growth, certainly through the Grand Dunes area. There are a couple of mid-sized hotels that are underway in town as well. There's a lot of activity at this point. We're in a fairly good position right now.
Indeed we are. Once again, Mark Kruea, City Spokesperson of Myrtle Beach, thank you for
You're
all
welcome.
of this info. We appreciate it. We'll send it back to you.